but finally, it's here. All 530 pages of it. It can't be done because the collected plastic is too deep. Well, so we built this multi-level troll, organized several expeditions to Ajaya, and measured the vertical distribution of plastics. And what we found was that, depending on the weather, fortunately, most plastics can be found in the top 3 meters. It can't be done because of the storms. So, while using computer simulations and scale model tests, we then engineered a floating barrier that can survive in over 95% of conditions. And if waves get even higher than that, the booms would be decoupled on one side to let them move with the waves, keeping them in one piece. It can't be done because booms don't work. So, for this system to work, 2 basic principles still had to be proven. First of all, plastic would need to be captured by these floating barriers, and secondly, the plastic would need to travel along the angled barriers. So we simulated the flow around these booms, which showed us it actually works. But even better, we then built a 40-meter-long boom as a proof of concept and deployed it in the Atlantic near the Azores, which confirmed the results. It can't be done because it's impossible to anchor something that deep. While working together with world experts in this field, it actually turns out there's not a lot of difference compared to a mooring system at, for example, 2.5 kilometers of depth. And because positioning doesn't have to be as precise as with, for example, oil drilling, it turns out we can actually use quite a simple mooring design. It can't be done because it would damage the environment. For this project to be worthwhile, the environmental impact should, of course, be absolutely negligible. And even though the plastic or the plankton would likely be safely taken away by the current, even if all plankton encountering these barriers would be damaged, the time it would take to restore the biomass is less than 7 seconds in a year. And in terms of fish and mammals, any impact seems unlikely because no nets are used. Entanglement is virtually impossible. And finally, the carbon footprint was calculated to be equal to only several hundred cars, making that negligible as well. It can't be done because the collected plastics would be useless. So we collected about 0.5 ton of plastics from the Hawaiian shoreline for research. And first, we proved ocean plastic can be turned into oil and is just as suitable as normal waste plastic. The details of which can, of course, be read in our feasibility study. But look closer at the report itself, and you can actually see that the book's cover has been made from plastic that has circled the oceans from years to decades.